Ahli yang berhormat, now I call upon the Honourable Minister to do the winding up.
Terima kasih, Transi Speaker. Terlebih dulu, saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih di atas sokongan ahli-ahli yang berhormat terhadap usul Electricity Amendment Bill 2023 yang telah dibentangkan tadi. Saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada ahli-ahli yang berhormat yang telah mengambil bahagian dalam perbahasan tadi, iaitu pertama, yang berhormat bagi Bak Kelalan, dua, yang berhormat bagi Balingan, ketiga, ahli yang berhormat bagi Bukit Samuja, keempat, ahli yang berhormat bagi Baleh, kelima, ahli yang berhormat bagi Kelakak, keenam, ahli yang berhormat bagi Macan, ketujuh, ahli yang berhormat bagi Padungan, ke-8, ahli yang berhormat bagi Opa, ke-9, ahli yang berhormat bagi Talian, ke-10, ahli yang berhormat bagi Tupung, ke-11, ahli yang berhormat bagi Tebedek, ke-12, ahli yang berhormat bagi Pelagus, ke-13, ahli yang berhormat bagi Serbu, dan ke-14, ahli yang berhormat bagi Kota Sentosa. Saya sesungguhnya amat menghargai segala cadangan dan idea-idea bernas yang telah dikemukakan semasa perbahasan oleh ahli-ahli yang berhormat yang telah saya sebutkan sebentar tadi. Kerana sesungguhnya saya percaya ianya akan dapat membantu Kerajaan Sarawak dalam melaksana dan menguatkuasakan Electricity Amendment Bill 2023. Tuan Sri Datuk Ahmad Speaker, sir, now I would like to respond to some of the comments, issues raised by ahli-ahli yang berhormat. For the information of ahli yang berhormat for Bak Kelalan, with regards to the new section 27(3) Bracket A of the Electricity Amendment Bill, entitlement to the right to electricity is not absolute. The right is accessible in accordance with the law, which means paying for the electricity he needs and uses according to the law and not for illegal purposes. There is no human right not to pay for electricity consumed or to steal electricity by meter tampering. Therefore, an electricity supplier cannot be compelled to supply to any person of whom has previously committed any offence, including theft or use of electricity for illegal purposes under the Principal Ordinance. With regards to Clause 20 of the Bill, any person can apply for electricity, and considering the right of individual to access the electricity as a basic necessity. This includes commercial and industrial consumers. As the clause entails, any person is entitled to be supplied with electricity. This amendment set out the precondition for supply and the right of a licensee to refuse supply when it has been previously disconnected for non-payment of bill areas and for having used the electricity supply for unlawful, illegal purposes, etc., etc. Therefore, there is a need to ensure that nobody abuse and steal electricity through adequate and effective deterrence measures. Transi Speaker, sir, untuk makluman ahli yang berhormat bagi Padungan, yes, I hope and how I wish he is around. He always put up some suggestion and complain, but he is not here. Even in the morning, I did notice him around after giving his speech. He tend to give a comment and run away. So he should be responsible enough to what he has mentioned in this August House. Ahli yang berhormat for Padungan complain about the new section 27(3), which provides an electricity supplier like SESCO is not obligated to supply to the applicant where the applicant or premises had been previously discontinued. He alleged it is unfair to penalize the landlord when it was the tenant who was in default. The landlord should be liable for the default of his tenant. The landlord could avoid liability by taking a deposit from his tenant to pay for any outstanding bills. Ahli yang berhormat for Pedungan also raised the issue that SESCO had imposed charges and penalties on a consumer arbitrarily, even though SESCO meter was faulty. For the information of this August House, where there has been a complaint of non-payment, an investigation for non-payment of electricity or meter tampering, and a proper assessment based on all available evidence is made to compute the amount that the consumer has to pay. There is no necessity to seek a court order before disconnection because the consumer would have been given ample notice of the amount of electricity bills unpaid or which represents the amount of electricity illegally stolen. If he has genuine reasons to dispute the amount claimed by SESCO, he can bring the matter to the court. For the information of this August House, SESCO has introduced a smart metering scheme which will be able to detect any fault in electrical meters, including attempted tampering thereof. Today, we have installed 63,000 smart meters. Today, SESCO has installed 63,000 smart meters on the consumers, and this is an ongoing scheme. I think I did mention this even during my winding up speech previously. The amendment is made not only to resolve issues with regard to the loss of revenue by the licensee due to non-payment of bill areas by an applicant in his previous use of electricity, but more importantly, to curb any usage of electricity for illegal purposes that may endanger the public or private safety or compromise on the reliability, safety, and stability of the grid system. On the issue raised with regard to the 50 kilowatt threshold, installation not exceeding 50 kilowatt will cater for average typical household, thereby allowing domestic consumer to participate in renewable generation, and also small commercial and industrial consumers without the need to apply for electricity license. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, for larger renewable power producers exceeding 50 kilowatt, where such installation may have impact on the grid system, there is a need to impose this limit to ensure the safe dispatch of solar or hydropower to the grid. They are regulated through the license issued by Mesyuarat Kedua Negeri (MMKN) that impose conditions to comply with technical requirements. The dispatch of electricity to the grid must not affect system stability and compromise the integrity of the grid system owned and operated by Sarawak Energy Berhad. So this must be taken note by all those concerned members of this August House. For the information of Ahli Yang Berhormat Peserembu, there is no necessity to establish or create energy commission. under the Ministry of Utility and Telecommunication, as the current electricity regulatory role is undertaken by the Electricity Supply Department, the Ministry of Utility and Telecommunication, headed by the Director of Electricity Supply appointed under the Electricity Ordinance. The current regulatory framework has been proven to be effective. So as such, we feel there is no necessity at the moment. So probably what they have in Peninsula is Energy Commission, but we are not a member of Energy Commission in West Malaysia. We are autonomous. Jadi itu di antara isu-isu yang saya perlu jawab kepada saranan teguran yang telah dikemukakan oleh ahli-ahli yang berhormat semasa berbincang mengenai pindaan rang undang-undang ini sebentar tadi. Dan dengan itu saya berharap pindaan ini akan dapat membolehkan Kerajaan Sarawak untuk melihat bagaimana pindaan ini memberi hasil yang mencukupi, berkesan dari segi pelaksanaannya, lebih lagi apabila kita melaksanakan PCGS 2030. Jadi, I would like to say once again, Tan Sri Speaker, sir, thank you very much for the participation of all the honourable members with suggestion that could be considered by us in our effort to amend the Electricity Bill 2023 as proposed just now. I think that's all, Datuk Speaker, sir. May I now thanks again semua ahli-ahli yang berhormat yang telah mengambil bahagian dalam perbincangan, perbahasan, pindaan rang undang-undang ini sebentar tadi. Sekian, terima kasih.
Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, the question before the Dewan is that the motion standing in the order paper in the name of the Honourable Minister for Utility and Telecommunication and member for N27 Sebuyau be referred to the Committee of the Whole House. As many as opinions say yes, as many contributing opinions say no, the yes of it, the motion is passed and referred to the Committee of the Whole House. The Dewan shall now resolve into the Committee of the Whole House to consider the bill which stands committed to the committee. The Dewan shall now resolve into the Committee of the Whole House to consider the bill which stands committed to the committee.
Clauses 1 to 32.
No. The Dewan shall now consider the Electricity Amendment Bill 2023. Okay.
Clauses 1 to 32.
The question is that clauses 1 to 32 are ordered to stand part of the bill. As many of the opinions say yes, as many contrary opinions say no, the yes of it, clauses 1 to 32 are ordered to stand part of the bill.
Enacting clauses and title.
The Dewan shall now resume. Honourable Minister.
I wish to report that the Electricity Amendment Bill 2023 has been considered by the Committee of the Whole House and agreed to without amendment.
Rang Undang-Undang Kerajaan, bacaan kali yang ketiga, Electricity Amendment Bill 2023, Minister for Utility and Telecommunication.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the Electricity Amendment Bill 2023 be now read at that time and do pass.
Ahli yang berhormat, the question before the Dewan is that the Electricity Amendment Bill 2023 be read at that time and do pass. As many as the opinions say yes, as many as the contrary opinions say no, the yes have it, the bill is read at that time and passed.
Electricity Amendment Bill 2023. Usul daripada Menteri Yang Berhormat Timbalan Premier Menteri Kewangan Kedua dan Ekonomi Kedua, Menteri Infrastruktur dan Pembangunan Pelabuhan.
Ahli yang berhormat, I had received a ministerial motion dated 14th November 2023 from the Honorable Deputy Premier, Second Minister for Finance and New Economy, Minister for Infrastructure and Port Development, under Standing Order 23(1)(a), read together with Article 33(1)(c) of the State Constitution and Section 6 of the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Fund Board Ordinance 2022. I shall now call upon the Honorable Deputy Premier and Member for Bukit Saban to move the motion.
Sudah? Okay. Tan Sri Datuk Amar Speaker, I have duly given notice under the Dewan Standing Order 23(1)(a) to move the following motion. That this House resolve, pursuant to Article 33(1)(c) of the Constitution of the State of Sarawak and Section 6(2) of the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund Board Ordinance 2022 to authorize the withdrawal of funds from the State Consolidated Fund for the purpose of appropriation to Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Fund Future Fund. Article 33(1)(c) of the Constitution of Sarawak, State of Sarawak, provide that no money shall be withdrawn from the consolidated fund unless they are authorized to be issued by a resolution passed by the Dewan Undangan Negeri for the purpose of investment. Section 6(2) of the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund Board Ordinance 2022 provide that the Dewan Undangan Negeri may, by a single resolution, authorize the withdrawal of such amount from the State Consolidated Fund as the Dewan Undangan Negeri think fit for each year within a fixed period not exceeding 30 years from the date of the coming into force of the ordinance, and that such a resolution for the purpose of making the initial appropriation of any annual appropriation shall stipulate the manner, the amount, and the timing for the transfer of the fund authorized to be appropriated to the fund. Tan Sri Datuk Amar Speaker, in view of the operationalization of the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund Board on the 1st January 2024, it is appropriate that authority be given for the withdrawal of money from the State Consolidated Fund for appropriation to the Sarawak Sovereign Wealth Future Fund for a period of 20 years in the manner stated below. 1. Up to 8 billion for year 2024. 2. Up to 300 million annually from year 2025 to year 2028. 3. Up to Ringgit Malaysia 550 million annually from year 2029 to year 2033. And 4. Up to Ringgit Malaysia 650 million annually from year 2034 to year 2043. For all the above, I hereby urge all honorable members of this August House to fully support this motion. I beg to move.
I shall now call upon the Honourable Deputy Minister and Member for N7 Samaria to second the motion.
Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, I beg to second.
Ahli yang berhormat, I shall now put this ministerial motion to a vote. As many as our opponents say yes, as many contrary opponents say no, the yes have it. I hereby declare that the ministerial motion in the name of the Honourable Deputy Premier, Second Minister for Finance and New Economy, Minister for Infrastructure and Port Development, and Member for N37 Bukit Saban be approved.
Usul pemilihan ahli Dewan Negara.
Ahli yang berhormat, there shall be one vacancy for senator upon the expiry of the term of Yang Berhormat Senator Dato' Dr. Nguyen Anak Jeluing with effect from 11th December 2023. The vacancy is to be filled by way of an election in the meeting and by this Dewan. The Dewan had been fully directed by Yang Tuan Yang Utama, Yang Deputy Negeri Sarawak, to hold an election to fill the vacancy for senator that will be vacant on 11 December 2023.
Surat cara pemilihan seorang ahli Dewan Negara diperbuat di bawah Seksyen 1/2 Jadual ke-7 Perlembagaan Persekutuan daripada Yang Tuan Yang Terutama Yang Tuan Negeri Sarawak kepada Speaker Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak bahawasanya menurut perenggan A Fasa 1 dalam perkara 45 Perlembagaan Persekutuan, Yang Berhormat Senator Dato' Dr. Nguyen Anak Jeluing telah dipilih sebagai senator mulai 11 Disember 2020 untuk satu tempoh berakhir pada 10 Disember 2023. Dan lagi bahawasanya pada menjalankan kuasa di bawah Seksyen Kecil 2, Seksyen 1, Jadual ke-7 Perlembagaan Persekutuan, Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong telah berkenan memaklumkan kepada Tuan Yang Terutama Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak bahawa mulai 11 Disember 2023 terdapat satu kekosongan di kalangan ahli-ahli Dewan Negara disebabkan tempoh jawatan Yang Berhormat Senator Dato' Dr. Nguyen Anak Jeluing akan berakhir pada tempoh tersebut. Dan oleh sebab itu, satu pemilihan untuk seorang senator adalah diperlukan. Maka, oleh yang demikian, saya Tun Pihin Seri Haji Abdul Taib Mahmud Seri Maharaja Mangkunegara, Satria Bintang Sarawak, Darjah kerabat Johor yang amat dihormati pangkat pertama, darjah kerabat Laila Utama yang dihormati Brunei, darjah kerabat Seri Indra Mahkota Pahang yang amat dihormati, Seri Panglima Darjah Kinabalu, Seri Utama Mahkota Wilayah, darjah Seri Setia Diraja Kedah, darjah Gemilang Seri Melaka, darjah Panglima Pangkuan Negeri Pulau Pinang, Seri Sultan Salahuddin Aziz Selangor, darjah Seri Paduka Mahkota Terengganu kelas pertama, Thai Royal Decoration of Night Grand Cross First Class, Ketika Eka Paksi Naraya Indonesia, Korean Order of Unification, Honorary Officer of the Order of Australia, Pingat Pengasas Pejuang Kemerdekaan yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak pada menjalankan kuasa-kuasa yang diberi kepada saya oleh Seksyen Kecil 2 dalam Seksyen 1, Jadual ke-7 Perlembagaan Persekutuan. Dengan ini menyatakan hasrat saya supaya seorang senator harus dipilih mengikut peraturan-peraturan dalam Jadual ke-7 Perlembagaan Persekutuan dalam Mesyuarat Dewan Undangan Negeri yang akan datang, iaitu Mesyuarat Kedua bagi Penggal Kedua Dewan Undangan Negeri yang ke-19. Diperbuat di bawah tanda tangan saya dan Mohor Besar Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak di Astana Kuching pada 20 hari bulan Oktober 2023.
Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, before the Dewan proceeds with the election, I would like to explain the procedure as provided in the 7th schedule of the Federal Constitution. Any of the honorable members of this House may propose a candidate if he or she so wishes and must be seconded by another member. Either the proposer or the seconder must submit a statement in writing signed by the person nominated, stating that he or she is willing to serve as a senator if elected. When all the nominations have been received, I shall announce the names of the persons nominated in alphabetical order and shall then put their names to the vote in that order. Each member present shall be entitled to vote for as many candidates as there is a vacancy to be filled, and the names of the members voting for each candidate shall be recorded, and any member cast a vote at the election to those allowed, they shall be void. I shall ask the Secretary to call the members one by one, and upon his or her name being called, the members, if he or she so wishes, may cast his or her vote for the candidate to be voted, saying yes or no. If a member wishes to abstain, he or she shall remain silent, and I shall call his or her name a second time. If he or she shall remain silent, the abstention shall be recorded against such member. If there is only one candidate nominated for the vacancy, the said mentioned procedure shall not apply, and I shall declare the candidate to be elected candidate. I shall now call for the nominations for the vacancy. Honorable Dato' Amar Douglas Uga, Anak Embas, to nominate the candidate.
Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, saya bangun untuk mencadang agar Michael Mujahlihan dicalonkan sebagai ahli Dewan Negara Mewakili Negeri Sarawak. Cik Michael Mujahlihan berumur 61 tahun, dilahirkan di Belaga, Sarawak pada 6 Oktober 1962. Beliau mempunyai pengalaman luas dalam pentadbiran dan juga politik. Untuk makluman, beliau merupakan graduan diploma dalam Public Administration, Universiti Teknologi Mara, Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, beliau telah berkhidmat sebagai setiausaha politik kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak dari tahun 2016 sehingga sekarang. Beliau merupakan Ketua Cawangan PBB N57 Belaga dari tahun 2009 sehingga 2016. Kini beliau merupakan Ketua Cawangan PBB N66 Murum sejak tahun 2016 hingga sekarang. Di samping itu, beliau pernah menjadi ahli Majlis Tertinggi PBB Sarawak dari tahun 2010 sehingga tahun 2022. Beliau juga aktif dalam pelbagai pertubuhan bukan kerajaan, antaranya memegang jawatan sebagai Executive Committee Member Federation of Orang Ulu Malaysia Forum dan Timbalan Presiden bagi Persatuan Kebangsaan Orang Ulu Sarawak. Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, saya dipahamkan bahawa Michael Mujahlihan telah memukakan surat persetujuan terima sebagai calon ahli Dewan Negara. Beliau ada bersama-sama kita dalam Dewan yang mulia ini. Dengan itu, saya mencadangkan supaya Michael Mujahlihan dipilih sebagai senator mewakili Sarawak. Sekian, terima kasih.
I shall now call upon Yang Berhormat Datuk Amar Haji Awan Tengah Ali Hassan to second the nomination.
I beg to second.
Any other nominations? I repeat, any other nominations? I repeat, any other nomination? Will the candidate yang berbahagia Encik Mujah stand up? He is the political secretary. He is behind us. Since there is no other candidate, there is only one candidate, I hereby declare that Encik Mujah to be the senator. Thank you. Congratulations.
Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, I have received a letter from Michael Mujahlihan dated 14 November 2023 to confirm his willingness to serve as a senator if elected.
Cik Michael Mujah, you confirm? Okay. With that, I hereby declare you are the senator. Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, it has been a long day. The sitting is now adjourned and the House shall resume its sitting at 9 a.m. tomorrow.